I was 35 when I came out. A huge mega church, wife and children. To say it was disruptive is an understatement. I found out within 1 year of coming out and literally having lost everything that there was such a thing as a gay choir. I was like, what? And I stayed at my first gay chorus in Dallas, Texas for 20 years as their conductor. And then 2 years after that, after I stepped down from that chorus, the job at San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus came open.
I started in the gay choral movement not long after Tim. It was about 10 years ago that I pivoted and I had the opportunity to become the executive director of the Gay Men's Chorus in Los Angeles. I moved to San Francisco, and it's been 4 years at the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus, which has been life-changing.
The San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus began in the fall of 1978. Things were really exploding in the gay world. The rainbow flag had been invented that summer. The first gay band marched in the Gay Pride Parade. And so the same guy that started, John Sims, put up flyers and said there's a gay men's chorus going to start, and they had 100 people at the first rehearsal. Stepping forth with massive courage, 4 weeks into the rehearsals, was the candlelight vigil for Harvey Milk and Mayor Moscone. They went and sang on the steps for the first time, their fourth week of existence, first public performance. Being one of the epicenters, if not the epicenter, for the AIDS pandemic, the chorus responded immediately and full-heartedly to the pandemic, and much of what it did for the ensuing 15 to 20 years was centered around AIDS and its response.
The chorus is community. The chorus is family. It's a tribe. When you come out and you're rejected by either your family or your friends or an entire community, and you have nowhere to be, and need a brotherhood, that's what the chorus is.
It's a special privilege and responsibility that I bring as the artistic director of this chorus, being HIV positive myself. This chorus has led the way in so many ways in the fight against AIDS and HIV.
And the fact that this particular chorus creates some of the most spectacular music on the planet, I think, is just the icing.
Chris and I both believe, as do our 300 singers, that what we're doing with our professional lives, but with their volunteer time, is changing the world.
Back in October of 2010, we all may recall there were a rash of LGBTQ suicides. I think It's Better Project. It was a series of videos that were individuals sharing experiences of how life gets better. And this isn't a time to exit. It's a time to lean into your friends and your family and your life, and know that you're loved. And this may be a tough time, but it will pass. So we reached out to the It Gets Better Project and asked if they'd be interested in creating, a musical around it.
I, and then along with Chris, worked on developing our own artists portal, our beautiful, beautiful circle at the National AIDS Memorial Grove. The tradition is that you go up and you say a name of someone you've lost and ring the chime, and the reverberation of that name will go out across the world in memory of those people. It's the greatest thing that I feel like we've done, because it's going to be lasting forever.
And another legacy that Tim and I and the entire San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus will leave behind is the country's first national LGBTQ Center for the Arts. We will bring in LGBTQ artists from around the world, really, where they can showcase their art.
I had a friend who is an activist who said, we've marched, we've printed pamphlets, we've sent emails, we've done all these things. I think it's time to sing.
Please give it up one last time for the San Francisco Gay Men's Chorus.